Well, it's funny. Tyler's last name, he gets mispronounced the most. It's like Hoechlin, Hochlin, Hetchlin. Yeah. So usually I'm like, throw him under the bus. Yeah.
You played Lois Lane, and we saw Krypto in the last few seconds of the finale. I see that you have your own super dog with you in real life, so I
I
have to
don't know
start by.
about Super, but he's a new addition to the family. He's a little kind of wildfire rescue. His name is Marvin, and he will be going to his first screening on Thursday with 40 other dogs. And I believe they will be providing them all with little Superman capes, which will be very cute. And I know it's gonna be. I'm so excited. And then I'm bringing David. I was like, I don't think I can handle a 5-month-old puppy on my own with 40
Yeah.
other dogs around because he's not hasn't had too much socialization yet, being so young.
Mhm.
So David's gonna be Marvin's handler, but he's getting groomed that day. So I keep saying he's got his glam squad in the morning.
The
Yeah,
true LA baby experience.
yeah.
How quickly did you say yes when the opportunity to watch Superman with actual dogs came up?
I don't even think I read the full email when it came in. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm flying in for it. I'm excited. It's gonna be very funny. Yeah.
Oh, outstanding. When you were first taking on the monumental task of playing Lois Lane, who was only the most important woman in all of comics, were there any previous performers that you took inspiration from, or was it important to you to make this role your own?
I had only seen in years prior, I had only seen
Mhm.
the original Donner film with Reeve and Kidder.
Iconic.
So
Yeah.
I purposely no, just Marvin's just
This is what we're here for. I love this.
yeah.
Baby.
Um I avoided it. And so this is
Mhm.
actually going to be my second time I've seen anyone else besides myself play Lois Lane or Superman
Mhm.
on screen. So I'm really excited.
That is fascinating. So, for you, what became quintessential elements of Lois Lane or like the core principles for you getting the performance right?
I think, well, when I got the role, I
Hmm.
Googled Lois Lane and I did some, research and whatnot on what her history was, mainly from the comics. And it was not hard to figure out that what really makes Lois Lois is the feistiness and, the
Yeah.
doggedness, the determination, the work ethic, the pursuit of truth above all else. Oh,
Hmm.
you found a pen cap? You could choke on that.
A
Um,
super pen cap.
I, um,
A
but
very Lois Lane thing to find on your desk, I must say.
yes, that's right. I know. I still handwrite thank you notes. I don't. And I still write in cursive and my 6-year-old who is trying to, I'm like, I don't know why they don't teach it in school anymore. So she likes copying my handwriting. But yeah, it's all of that. And I also interacted a lot with the fans and I found out very last minute that purple was Lois's color. And
Hmm.
when I was shooting one of the crossover episodes. And then
Hmm.
when Superman and Lois was picked up to series, I made sure that the wardrobe designer, I'm like, we got to have some purple in every episode. That's
Yeah.
Lois's color. And then I pretty much wore the same sort of little diamond studs throughout the entire series because that
Hmm.
matched most closely what Lois wears in the comic books.
And you're the first Lois to be a mother on screen in live action. And not only that, but a complete badass. And you're a mother yourself, as you've let us know. What was important to you to bring about motherhood to Lois Lane?
I mean, I just felt so grateful because the reality is that having children, I'm going to put him down, really raises stakes.
Yeah.
Uh, Automatically, and as an actor you want the stakes to be as high as possible, and that's not to say that other Loises that weren't moms don't have
Of
very high
course.
stakes. I'm sure they
Hmm.
obviously do, but being a mom and having your kids threatened really raises the stakes, and there's a lot more vulnerable. She's such a strong character,
Hmm.
but as a mom there's a vulnerability that comes out, which is that you're just letting your hearts kind of walk around in the world and you can't protect them all the time. um,
Hmm.
and that actually they did. One of the things I'm proudest of is that they, our showrunners didn't shy away from difficult subject matter. There was a miscarriage episode
Hmm.
season one, obviously Lois's breast cancer storyline season three. But I remember when Lois, one of the scenes in, I think it was season 1, episode 8. But she was talking about this, just how powerless you are when your kids, you can't just protect them. Like they're part of you, they're part of your heart, and they're just walking around, and you're just trusting that they're going to be okay and they're going to be safe. And obviously it's sort of an emotional time right now, given what just happened that was so devastating in Texas with this flooding and so many little kids that were affected. Yeah, I think being able to play Lois Lane as a mother was a blessing, really.
So now that Marvin has gone off screen, I want to ask a very candid question. What is your stance on cats?
I like cats. David is really allergic.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, he's so allergic that my Pilates teacher, who I've been seeing for 15 years, she has 2 cats, and I usually strip before I come in the house. So
Oh,
I don't have a
no.
cat, but I
Mhm.
am more of a dog person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more of a dog
All right.
person. The Tulloch family is a cat family.
Uh-huh.
There's just everybody has cats. My sister has 2 cats. I'm the one who's really the dog person.
I love that, forging your own path.
Yeah.
How much swag from your time as Lois do you own? Did we liberate something from set?
Well,
Did you
there were certain items of wardrobe that I was like, I need that.
Yeah.
Like her green coat that she wore a lot.
Yes.
Who I named Veronica. So I'd
Ooh.
be like, they'd be like, all right, you're wearing Veronica. And then there was another green leather jacket that I named Ivy, who is the younger, naughtier sister. But the 2 main things I have, which is funny because I never used it, because I don't like props unless there's a reason for having props.
Yeah.
And I felt like this is, a show we started filming in 2020. And so I wanted to be old school, because they were like, do you think she would just take notes on her phone? And I was like, absolutely not. I'm playing this like iconic reporter. I have to have a little tiny notepad. And so that was sort of my main prop. But they had made for me this brown leather briefcase that says LL on it. And they gave it to me at the end of the show. And I was like, did I ever carry this? I don't even remember it. They're like, no, because you don't like props, but we figured you might want it. So that's hanging in the closet. And then during the pilot episode, we were shooting, I think at the Vancouver Daily Sun, which was cool because I don't think anyone had ever filmed there before. We shot in Vancouver, Canada, but there was a really cute mug that had an L on it, like a juicy, hefty coffee mug. And I asked if I could keep that. So that I kept too. And I think that's kind of it, that and wardrobe.
Have you ever opened the briefcase? Is there anything inside?
There's nothing in it. I checked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting with us today.